All right, my Zyber Nation, it is time to rate some AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards, like the Silverback Find Branger Elemental, which is not even an elemental. It's a 2-mana human warrior, a 2/2 creature. It's got Vigilance Reach. You may play an additional land on each of your turns, and slivers you control have Read. Does Read even exist as a mechanic? I think there's Read Ahead, but I don't know about Read. But you know what? It's very noble to teach the slivers around there how to read, or what looks like slivers. They look like gummy worms. Yeah, exactly. Little Deadfly and I are on the same wavelength. They just look like a bunch of little gummy worms, but they gotta read, all right? Everyone needs to learn about the hungry caterpillar, about the coconut tree. I don't know if the United States has these books. They were very popular in Canada. Well, it's not a green card. Flavor win? I suppose so. By the way, there is a bingo card, anyhow. There is a bingo card. It is your responsibility to nail the bingos for each of these bingo cards. Take a screenshot while it lasts. The worms are young slivers. I guess that's how it is when they're babies. Maybe there's like these tiny little slimy worms, and as they grow up, they evolve their pointy head. Also, Read showed up on AI cards before, so we still don't know what Read is. Steve Cooper says, oh my god, appeared on an old AI before I recently went through a bunch of them. Read, our artificial intelligence historian, Steve Cooper, remembers the Read mechanic, so now we've got this AI is learning from their old AI. We're gonna have AI cards based on old AI cards, making them even more trollier than they usually are. Kano says, slivers learning to read and gaining more intelligence will end the multiverse. I wonder if one... Do they then get, like, IQ, and then all slivers have the same IQ? Like, if what, you know, that's how slivers work. If one has an ability, they all get the ability. So if one sliver has an IQ of, like, 150, all slivers in play have IQ of 150, and cannot be blocked. They know how to weave in and out of their opponent's blockingness. Captain Rumia, if you give a sliver a fish, it'll eat for a day. If you teach a sliver to fish, all the other slivers are going to start fishing too. That's right. That's how the slivers work around here. Bingo, new keyword for with no reminder. Let's take a look here. We got this is a real keyword, fake reminder. Do we have one? I don't see any fake keyword. This is real keyword, fake reminder. This is not this doesn't exist. Hold on, do we have new keyword, no reminder? I don't see it here. I think the new keyword thing is for the custom shows, not for these shows. It's next to the free space. Oh, you're right. You could not be more right. Frying 2, and in this case we got Read. All right, this card is doable, even though we don't know what Read does. Read could be broken. I doubt it, though. An additional land per turn is not so red to me. Well, it's definitely, yeah, that is a 100%. I don't know, 100%. Look, red is close to green. Red could have learned a thing or two from the green part of the color pie. Next up, we got Rakos Terror. This is a 4-mana enchantment. Whenever a spell can't be countered, remove all +1/+1 counters from it at the beginning of the next end step. That is really narrow. It's also really bizarre. How does this even work? So it was basically, we had to have cast a card that can't be countered. It entered the battlefield. It came into play with +1/+1 counters, or it was given +1/+1 counters some way, and then we're removing them at end of turn. Yeah, very specific Hydra killer. Does that hit Hydras? Oh, interesting. I guess, well, it has to be an uncounterable Hydra. How many maybe Mist Cutter Hydra, I think, is uncounterable? Kills Hydras if you cast them using Cavernous Souls. Okay, that's possible too. Whenever a spell can't be countered, that's possible. So Hydra on I think the only Hydra I can think of off the top of my head that is uncounterable, I think, is Mistcutter Hydra. Could be wrong. Chief Lord says the templating is wrong since it's no longer a spell when it becomes a permanent. I don't think they care about that fact. Yeah, it's a card that can't be countered that gets counters. We're gonna lose those counters. Is there another one? Frenzied Balos? Okay, this is a very highly narrow specific card. We have a specific spot, don't we? Very, very, very specific. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe not. Does nothing, reach fleshes. I have not memorized this bingo card. Target unacquired. No, I guess we don't have a super specific space. It just works. Yeah, it just works in the unset set. In the unset sense. Look, just you know how it's supposed to work. Just make it happen. It's okay. Tectonic Nightmare says if you can't put counters on a spell until it's a permanent, you can't say that every spell can't be countered. No. Say whenever a spell can't be countered. Remove all +1/+1 counters from it. Oh yeah, it referring to the spell. At the beginning of the next end step. Maybe there are some cards you can put counters on before they even enter the battlefield. Okay, well, I'm gonna say this is not broken. This is a very... I'm not gonna say it's doable. I'm not gonna say it's broken though. This affects like almost no cards, period. This is for the Izzet player that's pissed off at the Hydra deck that's playing their cards off of Cavernous Souls, and that's about it. Next, we have a lot of red cards today. Waste Missionary. Their mission is to look for the Waste. 4 mana for a 4/3 Goblin Warrior with Flash. When this creature enters, target player mills 3 cards, then return a land card from their graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a fairy with base power and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. Oh, sorry. I'm a little confused. Where did the fairy come from? Target player mills 3 cards, then return a land card from their graveyard to the battlefield. It's not a creature. That is a land. That creature is a fairy with base power and toughness 5/5. That's a bunch of cloud poo if I ever saw one. Looks like 80s fantasy art. Okay, this is a roller coaster of a card. I know, we milled. We brought land. And all of a sudden, this is not a land. This is a 5/5 fairy. The poisoned for ones a people get up to the vines of all, says Ola. The bottle belling prodigy. Revive a Dryad Arbor. Oh! Are there any other cards? Do we have any other Dryad Arbors in this game? Okay, so that land, that creature is a fairy. So Dryad Arbor becomes a fairy all of a sudden. And it becomes a 5/5. Hexenort says that thing should be anything but red. Also, the lands become a creature that's summoning 6, so you can't attack or tap it for mana. That creature is a fairy with base power and toughness 5/5. Well, okay, so you just need Concordant Crossroads in play, okay? And you can make it work. This desperately needs it's still a land. Tectonic Nightmare becomes super specific by default since Dryad Arbor is the only valid take. Is there any other creature lands in the game? I guess not. That's it. It's Dryad Arbor or bust. I mean, it opens up design space in the future for like more creature lands. Maybe there should be a blue one, a black one, a red one. Bingo, target unacquired. No, you can acquire a target. We have one target. It's Dryad Arbor. That's it. So when you mill cards, target player mills 3 cards. Yeah, and also it can only work if our opponent is playing with Dryad Arbor. And they're very likely only playing with 1. This is like one of the rarest abilities that we have ever come across on this show. This is completely legal. It is theoretically possible. It requires us to play against an opponent with Dryad Arbor in their deck. It is almost certainly a 1-of in their deck, especially if you're playing Commander. And the odds of hitting that Dryad Arbor are outrageously low. You can target yourself with the mill. Enter target player mills 3 cards, return a land card. Oh, yeah, you're actually right. Yeah, we can mill ourselves. Okay, in that case, we can build our deck around the Dryad Arbor. We could put 4 Dryad Arbors in our deck. Okay, we can build around it. It can be done. Milling is not red. It's not a red slice of the color pie. It did not specify that land becomes a creature. Okay. So you try. You let me know. Like bingo breaks the color pie. You got to announce these are bingo squares. You're announcing bingo. I didn't hear the bingo announcement. There we go. Toilet Duck knows how to do it. Bingo! Breaks the color pie. We have a huge super chat from Captain Rumia. Thank you so much, Captain Rumia. With that, we'll take a look at a few more cards at the end of the show. There's super narrow, there's super narrow, then there's this. It's okay, maybe it's not super specific because we can at least target ourselves and build around the card. All right, good card. Did not trip over itself, technically. Technically legal, technically doable. Okay, next up we got Knight of the Blood. What the hell does that mean? 2 mana, 2/1, human, shaman, sorcerer with no card type. It's nothing. This could be anything. Could be an enchantment, maybe. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. You may cast it any time you could cast an instant. Knight of the Blood becomes a player in addition to their other types. We got this has to be a bingo card. Bingo, missing card type, not a creature. Okay, we have that on the bingo card. That is true. That is not the bingo I thought people would announce it immediately. Whereas missing card types, missing subtypes. This is missing subtypes, not missing card. Do we have? We must have one for missing no card type. 12 text. We don't have anything for missing card types. I guess it happens so damn often. But we do have player is a card. Oh, no, this is the opposite way around. This is a card becomes a player. Card becomes... No, we have player equals card. Okay, do you know what? It says player equals card. That means it can work the other way around. Okay, yeah, so we'll put that on the bingo card. We got that. But we have only missing subtypes. Oh, I guess they put in... Okay, whatever. We'll give it to there. They put in brackets. It's not specific. It's sub or just regular types. Though I guess the bingo card actually says player equals card. By math rules, yes. Card equals player. I will accept it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. Is this like a doable card, period? So hold on. Okay, if it doesn't have the creature type, is this technically just like an enchantment? Or I guess that's why it has no card type. Because it's technically a player. Knight of the Blood becomes a player in addition to their other types. So it's basically it's got card type player. It's playing the game. I don't know how you beat it though. Does the card get a specific deck? I think the card at the very least gets its own life total. I think it has no deck. It did not specify to give it a deck. It becomes a player, so the spell copying ability doesn't apply to you, but to the Knight of the Blood. I suppose, yeah. It's just a permanent until it's a player, I guess. I'll tell you what it probably is. It's a permanent until next turn, because next turn, this card has to draw for the turn, but it's got no deck. So it's going to deck itself and then die. And then it's out of the game. Leon Corgi put in a deck with Floral Spasm. Sagacious, glad to be on time for one of these for once. Catching at 2x speed at the moment, about 6 minutes behind. You will catch up to the future. Someone better not give this guy a VV Spellslinger deck or I quit. Maybe player is a new card type. Well, well, it will be. Not yet, though. Titanic Nightmare, yes. Ah, yes, the famed BUR Spellslinger deck. Oh, black, blue, red. Which is not impossible, you know. We've never heard of a Grixis Spellslinger deck. Played against it a million times. Does a person step in and play? No, I think honestly, it didn't specify anything. If it did, if it got a deck, it's like if it told you to divide your deck to give it to this player, it would have said that. It didn't say any of those things. So what I think is it's almost like an enchantment until the next rotation. That's just effectively how this is working. I don't know why it has the when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. It also might be the case you control the player. You know, like we can control players in this game through Emrakul, through Mindslaver. It's possible that this is a second player, but you control the player. I don't know how they get cards. Yeah, I just don't know how they get cards. They won't have a deck, but they will be a player for a rotation. Sagacious says, Waste Missionary has flash, so you can use the 5/5 creature land as a blocker. Oh my god. Surprise blocking out there. But I'll tell you what's no surprise to anybody, and that is the value you get from FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to get my Magic the Gathering cards, and also the deal of the week. There's always a new deal every week. This time, it's 15% off all Secret Lairs singles and box sets. So if you need a promo, Karn Liberated, or Muxus, what was it, Teferi's Protection, Fusion Gaming's got you covered. Not to mention, you can pre-order your Marvel superheroes with, like, the, looks like Elastigirl over here, but it's not. Who can I name here? We have She-Hulk. Maybe. Yeah, I think Thor, Iron Man, Wolverine. I have no idea. I'm familiar with the flaming person, but I don't know their name. Also familiar with this person in front. Don't know their name. Don't know the person in the back. Yeah, who the hell? I haven't seen their movies. Sorry about that. I didn't see their movies, but I'll tell you what I have seen, and that is coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And of course, it also supports the channel, which of course, you all love to support the channel, don't you? Buy at FusionGamingOnline.com. Okay, next up. The Unexpected Herds. Oh god, this is a super word-dense card. We have our artifact tap an untapped tapped creature you control, tap target creature with flying, then exile Unexpected Herds from your graveyard in addition to paying its other costs. If it's a land card, okay, I've heard enough. Put it onto the battlefield, which it's not. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains indestructible until end of turn. Well, it doesn't have that. It doesn't have suspend in the first place either. Bingo, we have reached. Oh, did we reach the fleshes? Then exile Unexpected Herds from your graveyard. That well, we tried to reach the fleshes. What is this? Okay, where's the fleshes have been reached. What a stupid card though. Does nothing because the cost can't be paid. Taking the trap changed how they into patrol in guilds and their paths on the forest. Laughing. Seeks the power that shares the dead. Realize she struck voice for them can be spread. Untapped, tapped equals diagonally placed. Tap an untapped, tapped creature you control. I can't believe I kept reading this as if it was supposed to make sense after that first sentence. And even after all that, tap target creature with flying. How do we get this thing? Then exile Unexpected Herds from your graveyard? I don't get... Oh, so hold on. Whoa. There could be multiple Unexpected Herds. So we have one on the battlefield, and we have one in the graveyard. Oh, so I need an Unexpected Herds in the graveyard to cast this card in the first place? Whatever. I shouldn't think about it too hard. This card is not supposed to make any sense. This is where the AI stands for atrocious intelligence. The flesh is inside my skull hurt. Draconic says, can a creature somehow be tapped and untapped at the same time? No. You can, however, tap a tapped creature. That actually is important. Tap an untapped tapped creature. It's funny, it's simultaneously tapped and untapped at the same time. But you can tap a permanent that's already tapped. That is something you can legally do. I don't know if it's still considered being tapped, but you can target a tapped creature and make it tapped. Chief Lloyd says, I too laugh in the forest when I take trap. I take trap. Did it say that? Taking the trap changed how they are patrol in the guilds. Do not taking the trap. You can activate this from the graveyard, I guess. I think it's activated in play. Although I can't tell if tapping an untapped tap creature you control to tap creature with flying is actually part of casting this card. Because then it says, then exile unexpected hurts from your graveyard in addition to paying its other costs. Reading the card explains the card. Well, not really. It's not in this case today. Unexpected herds, not unexpectedly a pile of crap. To the Arank it goes. To the Arank! We got Monk Speaker. It's a 2-mana instant temple. We have temple card types now. Monk Speaker deals 4 damage to any target, which is not bad. Not a bad rate for 2 mana. If the sacrificed creature's activation card is a triggered and blue and a creature spell, that creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of gates you control. Oh, okay. So the X's actually matter. This was, I mean, the last card was pure chaos ensue. The last one was worse. Okay, this is definitely a chaos ensue situation. I love this. I love the logo that we have for chaos ensues. It works perfectly. Instantly a temple. You know, honestly, it gave up pretty early. It gave up like on the second sentence. It wasn't even halfway. Flavor text is more intelligible than the card. In there, more way into my war. Wow. So it sounds like a word to recruit people. I mean, I can cast this by sacrificing a Reckless Barbarian, which I turned blue with Painter's Servant. I'm really reaching. Yeah, if the sacrifice activation card is a triggered and blue and a creature spell, it's got to be a spell too. We're somehow sacrificing creatures on the stack with this card, which is really reaching. Very, very, very reaching. Still workable if you call it 4 damage for 2 mana. Yeah, and if it just ended there, but it doesn't. It just keeps on going. It should have just stopped while it was ahead, and now it's super behind. It was in first place, and now it's going to end the race in last place. Scacia says, I was disappointed that the Marvel image features Wasp, but not Ant-Man. I barely know either of those two. Kano says that this card speaks for my Monastery Swiftspear. What, just for like the 2 mana deal 4 damage? Okay, this card's junk. It can also go to the rank. It's a bunch of cloud poo. It's giving my brain mind fudge. Too much mind fudge around here. We've had like 5 mind fudge cards in a row. None of these cards make any sense today. I don't think we've got... No, sorry, we have one legal card, and it was that stupid Dryad Arbor card. Okay, next up, we got Anawide Thought. This is a 3-mana sorcery. Counter target spell. Okay, I shouldn't really buzzer it. It is possible to counter spells with this card. Because if you have Leyline of Anticipation or any card that says you can play your sorceries at flash speed, it's online. I mean, we're working really hard. Green is working really hard to get counter spells. Maybe that's fair. Green doesn't counter stuff. So if you want to counter stuff, Green, it's at sorcery speed. So, you know, you figure out how to make it work. Yeah, sorcery counter spell. I think this is uncommon. Okay, counter target spell. If it's a creature or planeswalker, that creature gains haste until end of turn. It's funny, if it's a creature or planeswalker, or both, I guess. So, I mean, some planeswalkers activate into creatures, for example. But how are we... But we countered it! It got countered! What the hell? Okay, so now we have to counter a spell that's uncounterable. Oh, we already got the color pie break bingo spot. It only works if you give it flash. It also only works if the spell we're countering is uncounterable. Does the creature tap and or attack while in the graveyard or exile? Bingo does not. Oh, no, it does something. It's going to counter something. There's some very real does nothing cards. No, you can build around this. Look, you start with Leyline of Anticipation, which lets you play any of your spells at flash speed or instant speed. Then Anna Wide can now counter creatures. But the only time that creature will enter the battlefield and gain haste, or the Planeswalker, is if it was uncounterable at the same time. Bingo, target unacquired. Yeah, we could, you know what? We could give it that. It's got a target that's very hard to hit. And it's like okay, so like we got like 99.999% of the time we're not countering anything with this card. Now, the 0.1% of the time that we can counter something, it's going to counter the card. Like, they play a creature spell, it's just going to get countered. Now, if it somehow doesn't get countered through some reason, that creature then gains haste until end of turn, which is fine. That's all they need. Angel says, maybe relevant for a card that says, like, reanimate a creature from your grave that has haste. It doesn't remember the abilities when it goes to the graveyard. I used to think that it did. Like, I could have swear that Magic Online screwed up and, like, retained some abilities in the graveyard until end of turn, but, you know, it's just my imagination. There have been uncards that allow you to attack, allow your graveyard creatures to attack. Maybe in the future it'll be the same. Sheev Lord, the flavor text is funny. The last hand so without death. He is an all mountain basic lander. Wow. That's very, very referencing the game mechanics. Bordeaux. I think you should create a deck from the most broken cards that have been on this show. But then I would just win instantly. Some of those cards are like put into play and you win the game. The most broken of all broken cards are outrageously broken. Protopon says maybe you target an uncounterable creature to give it haste. That's possible. That's actually also possible. That definitely does work as well. Entra, my favorite AI card, said exile target judge. Thanks so much for your super chat, Entra. Thanks to your super chat, we'll take a look at more cards at the end of the show. Okay. Anna White thought it is legal. All right. You know, you haters out there, you may say that this is useless. It is, I mean, practically speaking, it is, but it is a doable, barely doable card. I think it will legally do what it's meant to do under the right circumstances. Pearl of the Tangle is a 6-mana 3/3 shapeshifter. It's got haste. The creature can't block. That's fine. It wasn't meant for blocking. It was for attacking. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, you can't even saddle it, though. It doesn't have the saddle ability. I guess you have to... There might be some cards out there that say, like, target creature gets saddle. But anyway, whenever this creature attacks while saddled, choose a creature card in your hand. It perpetually gains. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast the spell. There we go. Some useful utility right there. When I attack saddled specifically, cards in my hand are easier to cast. Basically, mana filtering. Not amount, no saddled ability. Otherwise, card works perfectly fine. No, but there are some cards out there, isn't it? I swear to God. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Is it for like vehicles? I thought there were some combat tricks that are like target creature gains saddle something, and then you also get the ability. Oh man, all it needs is saddle. Is there like no way to give saddle to a card? I'm not gonna look it up, but I really depend on the coffee crew here. I don't know what saddle is, but this looks weak to me. It's like crew. It's crew for animals, creatures, and so on. Because you can't crew. You shouldn't be able to crew a horse. Tectonic Nightmare with, I'll grab some leather and buckles and saddle it myself, damn it. That's exactly how it's going to work. Hexanort. There's a card that makes your creature a vehicle, but I don't think that's the one that makes it a mount. Okay, so maybe I was probably thinking of the vehicle one. I say this one is barely playable, but overcosted. I think it's technically... Is it legal? Okay, we don't have any way to saddle this. So it's not doable. It's just a bunch of clad poo. Judge, Pearl of the Tangle has verification issues. How do the other players know which card in your hand perpetually gained which ability? Well, it's an alchemy card. It's probably for alchemy. And in alchemy, maybe there's some way of actually saddling the damn thing. The Lost Goblin. Where are you? You've strayed to Mordor. Or maybe you're getting out of Mordor? We have a 3-mana enchantment whenever you cast a non-creature spell. An opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker of their choice. That's crazy. Oh, look at the reminder text. They can't be the targets of spells or abilities your opponents control. That is definitely the wrong reminder text. At the beginning of your end step, tap target creature and opponent controls. This is a pretty strong card. I would say this is incredibly strong. I wouldn't go as far as to say a danger, but you cast spells and they have to sack their creatures and planeswalkers, and like whatever they have left, they get tapped at end of turn. Yeah, definitely the wrong reminder text on the bingo slot. We have real key. Well, I don't know. We have real keywords. Fake reminder text. Do we have anything else? No, this is fine. Faithless looting became super scary. What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean faithless and replaying stuff over and over again, or drawing more cards? I would say stuff like the cards that untap your lands and loot are probably the most scary, like Frantic Search. So you play spell, untap your lands, you get to play more spells. Play this with Storm and make people cry. Well, you know what? I don't even think that would be the biggest problem, because if you're up against Storm, they can just win, you know? Your creatures getting sacrificed is probably the least of your worries. Like, again, like you guys all think like it's danger in a Storm deck. The Storm deck will just kill you. The game will be over. Who cares about the creatures in play and your creatures being tapped? You're just gonna lose anyhow. Sacrifice is a real keyword, so the reminder is definitely wrong. No, but like this whole thing is not an ability. They're making it sound like the ability is called whenever you cast a non-creature spell, an opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker of their choice. A prayer of a grave is thunders. Well said, Storm. That's right. A prayer of a grave is thunders. And those thunders will crash harder than the metagame when you use Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on the digital client Magic Online. Are you tired of your cards rotating in Standard? So you paid all this money for these cards on Arena. You're playing Standard. Now your cards are rotated. They're worthless now. We don't have that problem when you rent cards with Mana Traders at Magic Online, because you are renting the cards for a monthly subscription. And when those cards get rotated, send them back and play a completely new deck. You support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_AHL for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. Support the channel with Mana Traders. All right, next up. Okay, Lost Goblin is it's doable. It's pretty stupid, but it's doable. Buyback spells? No, buyback is strong, but like you need a way of playing multiple spells in a turn, or like I don't think it works very well. Adventurers Despondence. It's a 2-mana sorcery. You can't etch-bay at random. No etch-baying around here. You want to etch-bay at random? No, you have to etch-bay very predictably. You can't etch-bay. It's etch. It's etch-bay. Damn it, I wanted to etch-bay so badly. Well, you still can. You just can't do it randomly. You have to do it very predictably. Etch-bay in an orderly fashion around here. It can't be too crazy. How dare you stop me from etch-baying? Like, look, it didn't say you can't do it. But you can't do it at random. Do it, you have to do it at a certain time. Yeah, intend your etchpay with intention. Benny said you are right about the Storm players. Seething Song is banned in Modern because those who used it did not even need creatures. Of course not. But how does one etchpay? I don't know. I don't even know what etchpay is in the first place. The person in the card art doesn't know how to do it either. Nikachu inventing new pronunciations. Well, I got to do my best. I love how Coco Mix just gave up on trying to make art for this one. What's an etchpay? Maybe threw it into the AI generator and it didn't come up with any art that seemed to have anything to do with it either. Add etchpay to the bingo. It's when you choose something at random, but there's only one choice. That's interesting. That's an interesting. Yeah, we could say etchpaying is like choosing something at random, and you'll have only one choice anyway. So broken once etchpay comes out. The keyword explains the image. Also, not until end of turn, so this card could give you an emblem. Yeah, this is etchpay. Etchpay. Oh my god, in Kurdish. Are you serious? This actually means something? Reading the card explains the card, except when you know it doesn't. Etchpay. Translation. No, I'm not finding anything. I always find it interesting when cards might actually random words actually might mean something in the real world. Yeah, not until end of turn. Yeah, it's not until end of turn. It could be broken. If we even knew what etchpaying does. Sagacious says despondence means the state of being downcast or despondent. So why is an adventurer despondent when you can't etchpay? Google Translate figure it out if you add a space. Interesting. So if etchpay does that mean I can't shrug at random? Well, I mean, we don't even know what it does. We just know we can't do it randomly anymore. Okay, I can't disprove the ability, so we actually have to say it's doable. This is a legal Magic the Gathering card. I really wish more often they would explain these random keywords that are clearly original, as far as I can say. Okay, next up we got Tomb of Pulsed. Is a blue aura enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Ooh, power creep pacifism. When enchanted creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. When enchanted creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, return another permanent you control. That is weird. So we enchant a creature. Could be our own creature. Probably this is best enchanted by a creature we own. And then if we target with anything, we have the ability to bounce stuff back to our hand. It sounds terrible. I mean, I would never play a card like this. I really hate the idea of like bouncing stuff back to my hand, even though I understand that was like a pretty powerful standard deck at one time. So you could return the aura to your hand. You could actually, I guess so. You could return. That's a really good point. So you have the option. You could put on someone else's creature. I don't know, like under what circumstances this is going to work. Because okay, let's say Tomb of the Pulse. We put that on a creature. And then I need my Tomb of the Pulse back. Well, now I got to target that creature to get my Tomb of the Pulse back and then put on something else. If I target that creature, I shouldn't say I target with anything, but like most things that can target the creature probably kill the creature. So I don't need the Tomb of the Pulse. Yeah, well, drawback. I smell an infinite loop with it somehow. We got Fun Wei with enchant the opponent's biggest creature, then tap it with blink. Tap it? Oh, it's a downside because it's a negative aura. Is it a well, sort of. You don't have to return the Tomb of Pulse back to your hand. You can return anything else. You could return like for example, an ETB creature back to your hand, or an ETB enchantment. It returns permanents you could... Yeah, we return our own stuff. Midwishant's not very optimistic about this. Claims it's garbage. Loop with Ornithopter and like Shuko. Can you loop this? I don't understand what loop you're doing. Loop, Shuko. Oh, maybe. Maybe. But like, what does it do? We've created an infinite loop out of nothing. Use a look at it effect to target the creature. No, well, you can't looking at stuff doesn't target. Unless it says like look at target creature or something like that. Completely different abilities. It costs only 1 blue. A playset could hinder all your opponent's best creatures. We have stuff like, you know, there's other cards like this that are better. For example, like Unable to Scream, Witness Protection. We have very, very similar stuff. Unable to Scream is probably the best one I can think of. Yes, blink your own stuff by targeting enchanted creature. You don't blink it. When enchanted creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. And also, if you actually blink your own creature, you will lose the Tomb of the Pulsed. Yeah, you can trigger an infinite ETB trigger with that and Shuko and Ornithopter. Yes, you could probably make that work. 0 mana with good ETB. I think there's a card that gives all creatures Shroud. There's probably something out there. Okay, this is a doable card. Some people are trying to combo off with it. I think they're looking too deep. Okay, next up, we got Havenwood Charm in Prodigular. It's a green instant. Mill 4 cards, not bad. Retrace. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a land card in addition to paying its other costs. This card looks like a banger. Instant. I'm pretty sure that this is an instant include in every single mill deck. Every single mill deck. Because now it turns every land that you draw into mill. You think it's danger? I think that's crazy. I don't think so. Some people say it's Zybers. Would Dredge play this? No. Not a shot. At least I don't think so. I mean, normally Dredge... Or maybe they would. Maybe they would. It's 4 cards. You can discard their lands. It's not completely out of the question. But usually they like to draw cards at the same time. So if they top deck this, they'd prefer to top deck Faithless Looting. The lands would probably play this. Self-mill Reanimator might play this. I think a regular mill deck would play this, like blue-green mill. Combos with Life from the Loam. Not bad, yeah. So much mulching, I can smell the peat moss from here. Some people are big fans of peat moss. Mappius says it's Zybers. Do we have a second we have... Okay, Sheevlord also said it's Zybers. This is our Zybring card for the day. Where Zybers at the top. Whoops. Oops. Okay, that's our Zybring card. Although, to be honest, this is... I guess it's for the graveyard enablers. We can say... or for the people who say it's Zybers, it says a lot about what they do. Or how they like to play Magic. It's a discard engine if you're in something like that. Absolutely. 1,000,000%. It doesn't do anything else, though. Just 1 mana, mill, most mill card, fetch you something else. That's it. That's correct. Well, okay, so the advantage is you can mill a lot with this card. In fact, you can go turn 1, Havenwood Charm, and turn 2. Play it 2 more times by discarding lands from your hand. And then get like 12 cards in your graveyard. What you do from there, I have not a damn clue. Probably votes for Deeply. There's no guarantee. Probably votes for Deeply. Flavor text is an affront to justice as well, but the rest is okay. Ghoul Callers, Cat, Girl, Mooseland grinding his Tyken. I mean, this is just a bunch. This is complete nonsense. But the card is good. The card is doable. Build around with land return, but that feels like a trap. No, I mean, hey, it's a flexible card. You can do whatever you want. You can put in your Crucible of Worlds deck. Actually, it looks pretty good in a Crucible of Worlds deck. Oh no, or not. Crucible Worlds makes you play your lands from your graveyard, not discard from your hand. Next up, Guardian Toe Camp. Look what time it is. You know what time it is? It's Toe Camp time. It's a 2-mana devil. Pay green, tap, discard a card. Target player gains control of target time you don't control. The target time. Whatever the hell that is. I don't see anything wrong with it. You know what time it is? Time to break time. And you gain control of the time. I'm giving you time. Like, oh my god, this is the physical manifestation of giving someone time. You want 10 minutes? Okay, here's 10 minutes. You want another 5 minutes? Here, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Don't spend it all at once. Oh, there's no way. We've lost power and toughness. Hold on, why can't I click on things? There we go. Power and toughness, they don't exist. Maybe it's time. Is some new card type? Probably not. So do they control you when it's not your turn, as that is time you don't control? I don't know. I think it's some sort of effect. Target player gains control of target time you don't control. Like time is some sort of card type in play. Like maybe like suspend. You run their chess clock down in Magic the Gathering Online. For anyone that understands that. Do you get more time during a tournament? No, I doubt it. 76 mag. Creature type, time. You give control of other players' creatures to other player. That's how I'm looking at it. Or yeah, something like that. There might be some time. That would actually make a lot of sense. You know how we have fading creatures? We have time creatures where their time is running out. So you have to make the best out of those cards while they're still around. Do we have a bingo for like no power and toughness? Missing power and toughness? No. Or we might have it, but like we've done it already. We've done the missing that. Bordeaux says, I get it now. You can give one person X amount of time from another person's life. Maybe. Suspend creatures are... Yeah, that's... Suspend creatures are basically time creatures, but they're not time creatures in play. They are suspended. This should go in the David Bowie secret lair. All right, this is doable. We just don't know what time permanents are. We've never seen them. We've never heard of them. Hour break buzz. Wow, is this like a Teferi set? First we're giving people time, and now we're talking about the hour break buzz. It's a 3-mana sorcery. Exile X target creatures chosen at random. We don't even get to choose them. Is this an Etchne card? Is that what it was called? Oh, Etchpay. Exile X target creatures chosen. Maybe this is an Etchpay card. Bingo, undefined X. Exile X target creatures chosen at... Oh yeah, they could just... Oh wait. Oh! X target creatures chosen at random. We have no idea how many X are. For some reason, by default, I thought we were just like exiling 3 cards. It's Zybras. You choose X too big and it can't hurt you. Choose X too big. X too big and it can hurt you. Interesting. So it could be a board wipe or it could be something small. Yes, the X is definitely random. So, okay, this is a fascinating card. Let's say you are the only person at the table with a creature. Sorry, you have 1 creature. You're the only one with 1 creature. Everyone else has like 30 creatures. You could choose the X to be super big. Like, let's say there's 100 creatures on the table. You could make X 80, for example. And the odds, I mean, I guess the odds are still pretty good that you're gonna like destroy your creature at random. But there's a chance it's definitely going to hurt your opponents more than it's going to hurt you because you have less creatures on the table. But if you do something super high, like if you do 100, then it'll definitely kill your creature because there's only 100. there's less than 100 creatures on the table. Do we roll dice for X? Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you open your phone, get random number generator or whatever. If they're chosen at random, can you hit the same creature multiple times since they're random? I assume it's random with replacement. Or was it random without replacement? I picked 9 million. Now roll your dice in the hopes that so many rolls means you hit all the creatures. Or actually, you guys are making a point. If it's not with replace, it's possible that you can hit the same creature more than once. I would just assume it's without replacement, so that if you hit the creature once, it cannot be targeted again. The spell fails to resolve if X is too big. Each target must be a different creature. Sagacious. After all, if there's 100 creatures, you will pick like 123 gazillion. You're almost guaranteed to exile them all. I would just assume that like if there's 100 creatures, you just choose 100 and it's just a board wipe. Bingo Lurk, undefined X. Does it need to be defined? I mean, we get to choose X. I think we can choose X in this case. We define X however we want. How does the card allow you to choose X? Because that's the cool thing about this card. You can choose a big number, you can choose a small number. The bigger it is, the more likely it's going to affect you. The smaller it is, the less likely it's going to affect you. So all the random targets have to be non-repeating. I would assume so. It's just like choose 2 cards at it's what's it called? Just like Hymn to Turok, where 2 players have to discard 2 cards at random. Oh, I guess it's not X though. Doesn't random mean you pick one of the remaining creatures, so X times means all 100 creatures on the board? That's how I interpret it, but you guys are making a good point. Maybe it's not how that's not how it's going to work, because it's X target creature at random. So maybe in theory the same creature can be targeted 2 or even 3 times. It's part of the comprehensive rules that when X isn't defined, the caster chooses X's value. There we go. It is a legal. It's a legal X. Well, choosing X makes sense here. I think it should still hit the bingo square. No, there are X's that are literally undefined. Like they don't even make sense. I do like the idea that it's a wipe that is countered by removal. What? X is chosen at random, and then the creatures are chosen at random equal to that random number. Exile X oh yeah. X isn't undefined. Creatures can't be targeted more than once. X must at most be the target number of targetable creatures, or the spell, or this fails to resolve. Oh, that's a great point. We're not gonna. Is it the case that we can't target a creature more than once? X target creatures. Think pay steal. Does that help anybody? The AI is trying to tell us something. Think pay steal. Does that clear things up for any of us? Quill quick cards. Like, I would absolutely use this. This is great. Bordeaux says, hold on. If the opponent has 10 creatures and I can choose to target 9 of them. No. You're choosing them at random. If there is something I don't want to kill. You can absolutely target any one creature more than once unless otherwise specified. We're stealing the creature's pay. Bingo alert, undefined. I'm not counting this undefined X. We define the X. If you were buzzed on your hour break, then you would pay stole. Yes, all clear. Yes, all clear. Pay steal. Spinning wheel kick. Mappia says, if the caster declares X as the total number of creatures, then in response I cast Doomblade and it resolves. Does this spell resolve? You're making me, you know what? You're now making me think, how does this card resolve? Like, as I'm casting this, exile X target creatures chosen at random. Exile X target creatures. Like, how do I even target stuff on the stack right now? I assume because I can't target anything. Well, it's this is making me think now. Like, what does this look like while it's on the stack before anyone like? Anyway, the first things first. When it comes to like countering a spell because it has no target, Doomblade won't do much because you would have to then Doomblade every single creature that got targeted to actually counter the spell. We would have had a bingo if we marked undefined X. Exile X, target creatures chosen at random. Oh, I know how it works. Okay, I know how it works. Yeah, we're going to declare X value. So we declare 20. And then we randomly choose the creatures that are targeted. It's on the stack. Okay, we've targeted our stuff on the stack. Then the opponent can respond. That's how it's going to work. Okay, I think we figured it out. I like this card. In fact, this card Zybers. Screw the mill card. Havenwood, that's not a Zyber card. This is a Zyber card. The Hour Break Buzz. Make sure you take your break properly. Okay, next up, we have Dwelling Facedecker. This is an X instant. Transform X times. How? Describe 2, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Then put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest on top of your library in any order. For 4 mana, repeat this what process? Repeat this process, the noted number or pursed power and sculpting cards blessed in his non-land returned unblocked you control. This is a Mind Fudge card. All Mind Fudge. Transform X times. Undefined X. Okay. We have a lot of well, no, it is. We have an undefined X. You cast this for X. You can, and then you transform X times. Oh, is this really an undefined X card? I don't think so. Chaos ensued for sure, too. It did not give up halfway. This is the literal meaning of giving up in the beginning. Bingo does nothing. No, it does a lot. The bingo does nothing is reserved for cards that do nothing. Like, it's like a blank space on the card. The art depicts the text, at least, yeah. The art actually looks like a magic art, even though it's AI generated. And what's interesting, the art doesn't look very AI-ish. Bingo alert, wall of text. That checks out. Okay, we had a few other wall of text that probably qualified. It is a wall. It's a complete wall of nonsense. Okay. I'm not entertaining this card any longer. We're moving on to chance. Is there literally no magic card that's ever used the word chance? I almost don't believe it. Maybe not. Maybe there isn't a single card out there called chance. Well, there's I don't know if this card counts. This is leave chance, so I guess this technically doesn't count. So this chance is a legal card. Okay, 2 mana instant. Search a library for up to 4 creature cards with different names and reveal them. Put those cards onto the battlefield, then shuffle. It danger! This it danger for sure. This is like an instant speed combo. Because you could just assemble a combo onto the battlefield with like Kiki Jiki and like whatever other creatures that are necessary to be on here. Yeah, I know. At instant speed, 2 mana. Legal, and not for long. Holy danger. It's like MTG Painful Choice from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's too strong for 2 Samsy. I think it's too strong even at like 6 mana. Bordeaux says, would this go into the deck of most broken cards? Yes, actually, it probably would. Even though it's not a turn 1 kill, it's very likely a turn 2 kill. Because you can just pair this with, I mean, 4 creatures. There's a lot of creature combos at 3 creatures. Screw 4 creatures. You can name Chance with Meddling Mage already, so this would be double booked. I guess so. Okay, it counts if you cast the Chance part of Leave/Chance, it will be called Chance on the stack when you cast it. Yeah, but only the chance. Bingo, it danger. I think that's the free space. Oh, no, it's not. Where's it danger? It danger! It's definitely it danger. Was that a bingo? We got a bingo, actually. Everybody. We got it. We got a bingo diagonally. Beautiful. Fat chance when Chalice rolls in. You could totally one turn kill if you can get 2 mana. Oh yeah, it's not too hard. Too many creature combos. I mean, you know, Lotus Petal will enable this. I mean, there's a lot. There's going to definitely be a lot of turn 1 kills. And the question to everyone who's watching the replay: how would you win with this? I mean, I'm just instantly thinking like Kiki Jiki plus some creature that can untap it, like Kiki Jiki Restoration Angel. That's it, and you win the game. But there's probably other ways of winning if you want to be more creative. You actually do it. It's probably best. It might be best actually to get 2 creature combos at the same time. You can get 4 cards. So you get like Kiki Jiki Restoration Angel, but then maybe another 2-card creature combo just in case if someone interacts with one of them. You got it. Oh no, I guess you could also go get a creature that says all your creatures have hexproof so that they can't interact with it. Oh, that's sick. Leveler and Thassa's Oracle. Make sure you stack the combos. Stack the triggers probably. That's actually probably a way better one. Because that just wins instantly. And no matter how you interact with it. Or almost no matter how you interact with it. Kiki and Pestermite. I like the card. It would be broken if it got you only 1 creature. Yeah, 1 creature is broken. We get 4. Grand Abolisher, great idea. That's a good idea. Probably even go 4 big haste trample guys. No, it's probably like the solved thing is like leveler. Maybe not leveler. May not always work. Just because your opponent can, what's it called? Just because your opponent could maybe shuffle some cards back into your deck, if that's possible. 4 too small. Oh no, sorry. Leveler exiles your deck, right? 4 too small. Need 5. Yes, not enough creatures. Steve Cooper with the super chat. Thanks so much with this super chat. We'll take a look at some more cards at the halfway point. Are we there yet? Oh, we're almost there. We're 10 seconds away. Blightsteel Colossus, the one-shot robot with someone like Hellraiser Goblin would just nuke someone at the table immediately. Well, that one person seems like a waste. Protopon, get Jin Gitaxis that reduces hand size. Protopon doesn't want to win the game instantaneously. Just, you know, just cripple them badly. Came on. It would be really funny to get 4 cards that are all Raging Monstrosaur. You just want to play the card more fair. All right, chance is broken. It's doable, but broken. Now it's time to look at a bunch of cards. Thanks to Captain Rumia. Okay, we're gonna look at. Looks like so far we got 5 extra cards in the queue. Abmatian Laga Fowl. It's stinky, a stinky robot. You can either pay it for double white or 4 generic. This is an artifact equipment. It's got Madness Structipotter. Madness Structipotter for 3 mana. It's I don't know what does that mean? It's gonna like self-combust and explode. When this equipment dies, oh, maybe it is. It sounds like it's a self-destruct ability. When this equipment dies, put target Fact token into your hand. You can't put the token into your hand. If you do, you may put it onto the battlefield and shuffle. I just put it back into my hand. Madness Structipotter. This is it engineering for sure? They over-engineered it way too hard. Bonus views spent during halfway point. Huh? Teutonic Nightmare says Madness Structipotter. It just sounds like something in German. Not gonna lie, could be the German word for self-destruct. So close to Fartifact. It's not Vanguard, so you can't have tokens in your hand. I know, so the card doesn't work. But if a token goes to your hand, it will cease to exist before it goes back to the battlefield. It go poof, just disappear. Like a raccoon trying to wash their cotton candy. It just disappears. I love those raccoon videos where they're trying to wash the cotton candy. So surprised. They're so proud to steal that cotton candy, too. Let me just break the rules for no reason and shuffle. Token goes into your hand, ceases to exist, goes back to the battlefield, exists again. Don't question it. If you do put it, you may put it. You may. Okay, it did say you may put it onto the battlefield. I will choose not to because I don't have it in my hand anymore. The amalgam goes. Hold up. Madness struck the Potter and puts a fact into your hand. Broken. Maybe it's like Conjure from Arena. At the very least, I think Madness struck the Potter is literally just a self-destruct ability. Like if you activate it, then it dies, and which is important because it does have a death trigger. Because when it dies, you put the fact token into your hand. They look so flabbergasted when the cotton candy disappears. Like, how the, yeah. This doesn't usually happen. It's probably going to make them more paranoid about washing their food, any other food. The term for raccoon in German sounds like washing bear. They are sort of like little bears. All right, yeah, this card is, we're going to board it to the rank. Can't put tokens into your hand. It was close to being a real card. Okay, we have another super chat from Captain Rumia. Thank you very much for your super chat. It's the Reto Beyond. It's a 2-mana Rand. You may put a non-land permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Not bad. The card perpetually gains. The spell costs 1 less to cast. It's literally a useless ability. Hey, is this the return of Rand? I swear to God, we've had Rand on this show before. What is Rand? Your guess is as good as mine, but I think it's back. Because they wash away their cotton candy. Yeah, combos extremely well with Ozlith. Maybe. Depending on when and how you cast a Rand, this might be pretty cool. Choose a basic land type. Each of them enters with 3+1/+1 counters on it for each land they control. So... might be good for earthbending decks. Choose a basic land type. So like what? I choose island. Each of the islands enters with 3+1/+1 counters. I can put non-land permanent cards from my hand onto the battlefield. Each of them. It's not even until end of turn. This is like an emblem. It perpetually costs less, so if the permanent got bounced, you can cast it again for cheap. Ah, that's right. That's a really good point. Everyone's gonna if you bounce. It is a perpetual ability. That is an arena effect. Only an arena player would understand the nuances of a perpetual card. Yeah, it will cost 1 less to cast in case it gets bounced to your hand. Or if it like goes to the graveyard and I like bring it back from my graveyard to my hand. Or if it gets shuffled into my deck and I redraw it. Yeah, balanced chance. Arena Rand meta is BS. Is there a bingo square for arena cards? There are not, actually. We do not have a bingo square for arena. No, don't exist. We don't got it. Res Robo Rosewater unable to make English. Well, it sort of does. Wait, 3 counters for each land they control. The lands control lands now. Each of choose a basic land type. Each of them, the basic land enters with 3+1/+1 counters on it for each land they control. Yeah, it's a bit weirdly worded, but I think we understand what it means. I think this card works. It like sort of works. This whole basic land thing is a bit weird. Because you have to choose a land type, and then I guess this effect just goes on permanently. And then whenever we play cards of that land type, they enter with +1/+1 counters. It would not be the first time cards control other cards. Stunk Nightmare says, I missed something, the whole Rand thing. Would this be a bingo reference as an AI card? I don't know. I swear to God, this is not the first time we've seen Rand, but I can't be sure. It just sounds super familiar. Does Magic Card keep effects like that when bounced to hand or deck? Yes. That's called Perpetual. That's it's an arena mechanic. Happens on arena. Okay, next, let's take a look at 2 more cards from Steve Cooper. Thank you very much, Steve Cooper. Thrash. 3 mana instant. It's got Entwine. Choose both if you pay the Entwine cost. Holy crap! You used the mechanic right! It's the right reminder text. I'm actually more surprised when the reminder text is correct than when it's wrong. Okay, choose one. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, then reveal those cards. Put all cards revealed this way on the bottom of their library in a random order. That is a look at it mechanic if I ever saw one. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Then I'm going to show somebody my top 7 cards, and I have to put all cards revealed this way on the bottom of the bottom in a random order. Do we have? Is there a look at it on this thing? Do we have look? We do have look at it. That is so funny. Reveal the top 7 cards. Look at the top 7 cards, including you. You also look at the top 7 cards. And we also have Exile Old Graveyards. The second ability is actually the most useful. Look at it. Have you finished looking? Good, because now they're gone. I mean, the only thing it would be useful for is if you somehow your deck was stacked, maybe by your opponent, and you just wanted to get rid of all the cards and get rid of them. And start digging to some useful creatures and cards. Look at my cards. My cards were amazing. The second ability, it reaches... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Second ability reaches the fleshes. Cool stuff. Well, at least you know 7 cards. Yeah, at least you know 7 cards your top deck won't be. You also have information. So you look 7 cards deep, and now you know those exact 7 cards on the bottom of your deck, not on the top. So, you know, it's information is power. Okay, Thrash is a completely legal card. Super legal. Next, thanks to Steve Cooper, we've got the Plant Warrior. It's a 3 mana 1/1. So it looks like it came from a game store. The Orc Pirate, flying. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, each opponent loses 1 life. Fast instead if a creature died this turn. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, each opponent loses 1 life. And it's probably like if it's dealt damage, that's it. It's gonna die, and that's it. It's funny, they're declining the pizza. Fast instead if a creature died this turn. That sounds like an ability. Like it should be an ability. Pizza in a bowl? AI is whack. Or maybe it's coming up with new ideas. Time to go fasting. Fast means you... Fast... Ooh! Fast means you can't sacrifice food tokens. I like that. Yeah, can't sack food. That sounds so good. Bro is fast. He's fasting. He refusing the pizza because he's fasting. Exactly. Yeah, I understand. Okay, the doors to still deserved like a reality. No desert weapons. They're fans. A paving here. You'll be right. Or you'll be wrong. This is a very fragile creature. Fast instead if a creature died this turn. This is all downside. There's like almost no upside to this card. When this creature is dealt damage, each opponent loses 1 life. I mean, if it's dealt damage, it's done for. You can send it to its funeral. It's like basically when it dies, each opponent loses 1 life. And if any creature dies, now I can't sack my food tokens. It's kind of funny seeing an MTG player turning down pizza, though. I know it's a big contradiction. I ate a ton of pizza just yesterday. Tap, untap, conquer. This creature should have a higher toughness. Yeah, I know. It would make more sense for its ability. Gonna give him indestructible and target him a bunch of times with Tim's every turn. There we go. Someone's got the idea. Make indestructible, give it lure effect, watch opponents writhe in pain. And Pariah. Needs Pariah and indestructible. There we go. Everyone's got the idea. It's technically a legal card. It's very doable. It might even Zyber for some people. People are getting their combo on. Okay, next we've got the super chat from Untra. Thanks so much for your super chat. My favorite AI card said Exile Target Judge. Maybe not a fan of the judges, I guess. Your card is Essence Bright Bear Lies. This is a 3-mana 2/2 human noble. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, another saddling card. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. I like how there's like a spirit saddling the person. They're getting saddled. Yeah, saddled again. Sadly doesn't have saddle. Somehow we should be able to give these cards saddle. What rule design? Be the tiers? Yeah, I like this. That describes all the AI generated Magic the Gathering cards, even some custom Magic the Gathering cards. What rule design? Who needs it? Be the tiers, propose of our waking death. We were ravers with distinction. Song of Accidents. If I need to saddle a human noble, would be great actually if it has saddle. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. Yeah, so I mean it's I don't know how you saddle these damn things. It has a saddled ability, just doesn't have saddle ability, so it's useless. We just have to wait for the AI generated card that says like it's like a creature that can saddle anything. That can and I don't know what the usefulness or purpose of that type of card would be, but hopefully it would be something. Okay, that's it for today. Be the tiers, a propose of our waking death when a card is danger, which it is sometimes. So as usual, oops, where am I going? As usual, my coffee crew, my Zyber Nation, we do these shows Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, or 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Be there to be part of the show. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. Thank you so much, everyone. My coffee crew, my Zyber Nation, people like Kano, 4 Past the Left, Jack, we got Rick Sizu, Finn Grinder, Mappius, Benny. We've got Benny. We also have Benjamin Berkey. We've got all the Bennies in the house. We got Jack, old boy. We got Nick, Adaptus Chocolatus, Hexanort, Protopon. We got Coco Mix. Thanks so much, Coco Mix, for all the cards. Steve Cooper, Toilet Duck. We got that Jude, Mappia, Sheev Lord, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees. Don't let that coffee run out. And we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.